I'm your host with the most, Locum 23, joining me for Royal Romance Book 2, Chapter 12. You watch clouds pass by outside your plane's windows as you, Maxwell, and Justin fly to Shanghai. Are we there yet? Maxwell, you've been asking that since we took off. I'm excited! Hannah's parents are pulling out all the stops for this visit. They must take hosting the Cordonian court pretty seriously. I can't just wait to meet him. If they're anything like Hannah, we'll be best friends in no time. Actually, from what Hannah's told me, they sound awful. They sound stuffy, pushy, and are just plain mean to her. So, probably not best friends then? I know you've heard a lot about Hannah's parents as well parents, but there's more to them than that. It's time to think of them as potential allies. If you want to be queen someday, you'll need connections and allies far and wide. Her mother belongs to a minor Cordonian noble house, and her father's an obscenely wealthy businessman. Though, word around the court is that her mother will be out of town for the festivities, so we'll focus on Hannah's dad. I'm not sure I've made the best impression on either of her parents so far. But I bet I can convince them I'm a good investment. I might have to steal that metaphor. He's likely well aware of the story that the press has spun about you, so he may have some concerns about your influence on Hannah. Furthermore, given his business ties to Cordonia, I'm sure he's planning to suss out various nobles for future business deals. If you can win him over on those two fronts, you'll be golden. As far as introductions go, it can't hurt to greet him in Chinese. Ni hao? That's all I know in Chinese, I'm serious. Try saying hello to him in Mandarin. Oh, we're going with Mandarin. Yeah, that's right, there's different dialects. Okay, how do you say that? I was right! It's an easy one to learn. Ni hao.
Ni hao kai lan.
Oh. Did you learn that from just the part of the engagement tour? Oh, I can say hello in about 20 different languages. All part of the job. As can I, good sir. Konnichiwa. So, I just have to impress Hannah's dad and confront Constantine about setting me up, if I ever get the chance. That's supposed to be a big stately dinner, and the former king and queen are scheduled to go. Just then, the overhead seatbelt light turns on, and you feel the plane's trajectory slowly begin to shift. Maxwell peers out of the window. Is that... Land ho! Oh, ground, I've missed you. A short cab ride brings you to your hotel, where a familiar face is waiting for you in the lobby. Welcome to Shanghai. I can't change your voice after like $3 now, can I? Or, well, 2, but... She rushes up to you and wraps you in an excited hug. I'm sorry I couldn't fly over with you both, but I promised I'd get here early to help my father with the preparations. How's that going? The preparations couldn't be more smoothly. Things with my father, well, not much has changed. Hannah... No matter what, I'll be right there next to you. Just stick close to me and I'll back up. And I'll be behind Riley, backing her up, and by your proxy. Thanks, guys. I hope it's enough. My parents are really counting on me to make things work at court. Well, don't worry. This is gonna be awesome! Is he a little more hyper than usual? I barely slept on the flight, but somehow I'm super awake! Oh boy, someone's gonna crash later. And maybe, but right now I feel alive! Come on, Hannah, take a page from the Maxwell Beaumont lifestyle book. An upcoming bestseller. Hey team, I'm back. Our accommodations are all set. Time for a pillow fort! I hope you pass out in that pillow fort. After unpacking the essentials from your suitcase, you take a moment to admire Shanghai's coastline. Wow, this is where you grew up. Yes, well, not right here, closer to the big financial district, but my parents have lived in Shanghai since I was born. My dad lives in it, too. Any advice on how to win him over? Are you worried about meeting him? Well, you're my best friend, Hannah, and I want your dad to like me. Honestly, he's had some mixed feelings about me being around you since I stood up to them on the phone call a few months ago. I really hope that meeting you in person will change their mind. So, what do you think? Should I play the polite business or noble woman? Just be myself, bond with him over dad jokes. Polite noble woman. You sketch an elegant curtsy and Hannah smiles and applauds. Bravo! I'll be the most enthusiastic and gracious guest he's ever seen. I don't think any parent could complain about that. I just want him to get to know my best friend. He's met plenty of noble women, but I don't think he's ever met anyone as kind and thoughtful and funny as you. I hope he'll agree with you, too. Will your dad be meeting us later? Yes, he's really excited to show the royal family our local nature reserve. We should head over there soon. I guess I should find something nice to wear. Oh, that's the other reason I picked this hotel for all of you. It has a boutique on the ground floor that you can spend diamonds in. Hannah, you always think of everything. I try. Oh, look, it's the same boutique we see everywhere. Could you, hang some, Chinese decorations or something? No? Okay. You and Hannah look through the dresses until you spot an elegant blue gown. Because everywhere we go, there's white culture, right? I'm serious. I'm just... Change it up a little, Pixelberry. With all the diamond options we're giving you, a little love be nice. Style is all the rage with the ambassadors here. I'm sure the court will love it. And what about your dad? He may not follow the latest fashion trends, but he knows a dignified dress when he sees one. I bet it make a good impression. Really? Floating on air, floating on sunshine. Woo! You'll soar through the night's events with light and ethereal gown. Or pink petals! These pink petals, because we don't know any other color. I think I'll be more comfortable in the dress I brought. After such a long flight, comfort is important. Yes, you hear that, Pixelberry, diamonds on. You hear a rat-tat-tat-tat as Maxwell knocks on the door of the boutique, which stands ajar. So, I guess I fell asleep for the last 2 hours, but now I'm back! And I drank a whole pot of coffee to help with the jet lag, so if you two are ready to go, let's get out of here and give Maxwell a chance to run around. Okay, not bad. After a short taxi ride, you reach the edge of a towering grove of bamboo. I've actually heard about this place, I've never actually seen it. I was wondering when you'd make it, Fenty. Looks like we're just in time. King Liam steps out at the front of the crowd and clears his throat. Madeline joins him as everyone quiets down, turning to listen. It's a great honor to be granted a tour of the sanctuary. I hope this visit will help inspire Cordonia's own conservation efforts. And now, if you'll all follow our hosts, he nods respectfully to a group of staff members in matching slacks and shirts. A man in the suit, standing in front of them, who bows to Liam. I'm going to assume that's Hannah's father. I swear none of the bamboo looked this tall from outside. Whoa! This place would make even Bertrand feel chill. Where is he, anyway? I thought he'd be on the plane with you. The last time I saw him was at Liam's beach bachelor party. He texted me to say he was gonna talk to Savannah, but since then, radio silence. Really? I'm proud of him. It must have been hard to hear all that at once, and they probably have a lot to talk about. If he hurts her again, they'll beat the man. I don't think he will. I think he would apologize. Right, because you're such a great judge of... Dad! I have to think of an accent. Okay, I got one. You turn to see the man in the suit from earlier chatting with a group of nobles. Hannah excitedly waves him over. Ah, there you are.
Everyone, this is my father, Xing.
I know I'm pronouncing this wrong, and I apologize to any of our Mandarin and Chinese viewers.
Shanghai Li.
Let me know if I pronounce that correctly.
I should say, Ni hao, Mr. Li.
Ni hao. You must be Drake, Lord Maxwell, and Lady Riley. It's good to finally meet you all. You know, Lady Riley, I've heard a great deal about you from my daughter and from the tabloids. Highly ideal to have one's name in such publications. It's none of your business. No, you want to respecting. Paying attention to them just adds fuel to the fire. Isn't all good press? No. Paying attention to them just adds fuel to the fire. An interesting strategy. You devalue the rumors by refusing to grant them response. I have used similar tactics on occasion when false claims were pressed against my business. I didn't expect you to have a mind for public relations.
More like basic fire safety.
However, it's clear you have enemies. I worry that my daughter's association with you would put her at risk. The scandal may affect her reputation just as much as yours.
Mr. Li,
Hannah's an adult. She can choose her own path. I knew you'd have it in for me when I came here. If Hannah asks me, I'll give her space. Let's try that one.
I'd never do anything to hurt her. If me being around her puts her in a bad position, I'd miss her, but I wouldn't want her to get in... wouldn't want to get in her way. Riley! I'd never ask you to do that!
That's very considerate of you. I am glad to hear that you have my daughter's best interests at heart. Perhaps she should follow your example.
That's one thing you can count on. I've always got her back.
Just then you hear a delighted laughter up ahead, and when you reach the spot, it's coming from, you see, pandas! Oh my god. No, Maxwell, we're not purchasing a panda. Maxwell sprints past you, Hannah, Xing Hao, to the side of a small enclosure. Liam is standing inside, cuddling a fluffy panda. Give me that goddamn panda, okay. I want the panda. A nearly identical cub wanders out from behind the bamboo and paws on Liam's shoes.
Riley, I think I'm dead. Our plane must have crashed on the way here. I'm in heaven. Panda heaven!
Remarkable, aren't they?
They're adorable. Can we go inside, Father, please?
Ordinarily the staff doesn't allow many visitors. They made an exception for King Liam, but I might be able to convince them to make another exception. Woohoo! Hey, those are panda bears. They could be dangerous. Oh, shut up! Debbie Downer. One of the cubs tries to grab Liam's pant leg and misses, and does a little somersault across the ground. It rolls to a stop next to a sprig of bamboo and immediately starts chewing on it. Its unexpected tumble forgotten. Oh my god, they're so goddamn cute! Oh, okay. They're kinda cute. Shut up!
Victory!
If you are, Vindy. You glance back at the enclosure where the first cub is pawing Liam's hand. Liam shakes the paw with his gloved hand and grinning. It's very nice to meet you too. Mother of you would! You would! Cute little damn adorable pandas, and you're making me choose. Oh, Pixelberry, there's a special place in hell for you. Admire the pandas from a distance. I would, oh my god, I'd kidnap one if I had a chance. Chinese authorities are looking for a man today, plotting to kidnap pandas. Mm. Oh, man.
I can see them just fine from here, and it looks like they're having plenty of excitement for one day. We should let Liam soak up the panda love.
But pandas!
Ling Hao nods. The reason that the staff does not allow unfamiliar people to play with them. It can be very stressful, especially for cubs that are this young.
Well, if it's for their own good.
You all watch Liam play with the pandas for a few minutes before he begins making his way over towards the gate. One of them tries to leave with him.
Not so fast, little one.
Once the gate is closed behind him, the tour continues on. Liam falls in beside you for a moment while we're giving him a nickname, Zing, and your friends walk ahead. I'm not trying to pronounce his name and probably butcher it every time. Will I see you at dinner tonight, Lady Riley?
I wouldn't miss it. I need to talk to your father.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance.
Liam, I need all the help I can get.
I'll do what I can.
When the dinner starts winding down, I'll try to draw him away from the rest of the court. One way or another, this will be over tonight. You say this, but really? He quickens his pace to catch up with the rest of the royal party, and you rejoin Zing and the others. I'm just gonna call him Mr. Lee. Screw it. That's proper.
And that is why a group of pandas is called an embarrassment.
Who knew I could have so much in common with pandas? You seem very at home here, Mr. Lee.
I am one of the reserve's chief investors. I contribute to many non-profit organizations, but this reserve is something of a passion project for me. I like to keep a close eye on it. Tell me, Lady Riley, if you were in a position to do so, what sort of organizations would you invest in?
I would invest in... Yeah, but see... Okay, so here's a pro tip by the way. One, you don't want to pick more pandas. Two, your company. Now that's I'm really 99.9% leaning on that. My personal brand. Now see, the thing is just she doesn't really have a brand right now. She's making it up completely out of her ass. So, my personal brand. Really, what are you doing right now?
Well, this petal pink dress I'm wearing.
No, your company. He raises an eyebrow.
Oh, and what do you know about my company?
Mother of... It's, very successful.
I felt it was the better of the three choices. Should I go on with more pandas? As a joke. If that is the extent of your knowledge.
Where's the earpiece for what's-his-face? Thank you, whoever the hell your name is, Clark Kent look-alike. You kind of screwed me on this, and you literally said talk about his business. I'm done with you.
Is that the extent of your knowledge? I'd advise you to do more research. One should never make an investment without performing due diligence. I made sure to visit this reserve many times before agreeing to invest my company in it.
You must really be into the conversation. Conservation, excuse me.
Generally speaking, yes, but my interest in the giant panda is a bit more personal.
Dad, they don't want to hear the old story. So, what you're saying is an adorably embarrassing baby Hannah story. Oh, now he has to tell us.
Oh, it's not embarrassing. Years ago when Hannah was maybe 6 or 7, I took her to the local zoo to see pandas for the first time. I'd been working non-stop on major acquisition for my company, but I had promised Hannah I'd take a day off to spend with her. So we arrived, and it turned out new cub had been born only a few weeks ago.
I remember that part. It was the tiny little thing covered in fuzz.
She was so excited. She kept asking me if we could go introduce ourselves to the cubs. I can picture it.
Oh, baby Hannah was polite and adorable.
We spent the whole afternoon at the zoo listening to zookeepers talk about how rare those cubs were and seeing Hannah watch them all. It's all starry-eyed. It might sound strange, but it made me think about how precious my time with her was. I wanted to honor that memory by helping to preserve these incredible beasts.
Creatures, excuse me. Whatever.
So others can experience the same joy and reflection they brought me.
When this reserve was founded, Dad made sure his company was one of the first investors. I think you're reading a little too... I don't even think that should be an option. You're reading no, because you're disrespecting their culture and their what he believes. That right there, if you want the guy to hate you, pick that one. Go ahead, let me know if you pick that one. I just want to know, does he kill you? Oh my god. Mr. Lee, that's really sweet. And that's what I thought when he brought me here. I was really proud to see your family supporting a place like this.
See, that wasn't too very embarrassing, was it?
Up ahead, the towering bamboo stalks begin to open as a path leads you back to the reserve's entrance.
Ah, this is where I must say my farewells. I need to double check a few things at the restaurant before the court arrives.
Do you need any help?
No, you must stay here with the court.
He gives Hannah a quick hug and shakes Drake and Maxwell's hands.
I'm glad to have met you both, and I'm especially glad to have met you, Lady Riley. Considering the rumors about you, or some of the things I'd heard from Hannah, I wasn't sure what to expect. But now I can see why my daughter considers you a respectable friend.
You impressed her father. Thank you, Mr. Lee. It was good to meet you, too. He shakes her hand and quickly strides away towards a waiting car. Riley, that was an actual compliment. He really liked you. I knew we'd hit it off.
It's not like he complimented you.
Yeah, what? I could tell that we were bonding over bandits.
Sure. Anyway, where's this dinner everyone's talking about? And we've been walking around all afternoon.
It looks like the royal motorcade is leaving for the restaurant now. Take me to the food. You all climb into the waiting car and follow the royal motorcade to the entrance of a high-end restaurant. Inside the restaurant, a waiter ushers you, Maxwell, Hannah, and Drake to a table. Liam and Madeline are seated at the front of the room, and beside them...
That's a bomb under your seat.
You sly old dog.
I have underestimated you, good sir. Here, my dear, allow me.
Constantine pulls out the chair for Regina as they join Liam's table. I can't let Constantine out of my sight tonight. If any of you see him getting up to leave... Don't worry, Riley. We'll help keep an eye on him. You know what they always say, 4 pairs of eyes are better than 1.
Nobody says that.
It could catch on. No. An elegant shadow falls across you as a waiter pulls out an empty chair at your table. I should have guessed Madeline would seat me with all of you. Olivia. It's one dinner, let's be civil. Call it a truce. The only kind of truce I'd make with you is the kind I would patiently plan on betraying at the earliest opportunity. And this is why you're not queen. Well, given the circumstances, I'll take it. Well, when is the food happening anyway? It should be coming soon, and they'll have plenty to share. Dinners here are usually served family style. I promise it'll be delicious.
Forget food. We've already got drinks.
He nods an elaborate ceramic bottle in the center of your table. Sake! Oh, rice? Yeah, rice wine. You pick up the jar and look at the empty glasses in front of you. Drake.
Thank you, Venti.
I know your priorities. So how is it on a scale of 1 to whiskey? He takes an experimental sip of rice wine. It's actually really well, but however, does anybody know how rice wine is made? I actually learned. An 8. And if I ever shared it with you, would probably puke. Anyway, moving on. High praise. I didn't see you earlier today, Olivia. Were you at the nature reserve with the rest of the court? Yes, a pointless excursion, if you ask me. You didn't get anything out of it? Tranquility, relaxation, cute cups? No, watching those sorry excuses for bears tumble around is something that only the weakest of the weak would take pleasure in. I will take that compliment, because I am weak. Thank you. I am a human being. I'm not a cold, heartless piece of... Someone sounds defensive. The pandas totally got to you, didn't they? Just because they're so pathetic and small and defenseless. And furry with big ears. Oh, look at that. You have a heart after all. Little itty-bitty Grinch heart. And the first course arrives before you can reply. Ooh, that looks fantastic.
Hannah, you promised me down-to-earth food.
I promised you good food, Drake. This is traditional Chinese banquet. It's time for you to have an open mind. If Olivia can learn to love pandas, Drake can learn to appreciate gourmet Chinese food. I never said... Come on, Drake. Give it a shot. I know you'll all love it. This is my favorite dish here. Hannah, this looks more like art than a meal. I kind of agree with that, but delicious. I should have known your family would feed us something as beautiful as it is tasty. You use a serving spoon and help yourself to a portion of crispy noodles with steaming vegetables. Come on, Drake, it's got Riley the seal of approval. Okay. Drake serves himself some of the food and hesitantly bites into an aromatic bell pepper.
For gourmet food, this is really satisfying.
Oh, you've opened your mind from burgers. I told you. While everyone eats, you keep an eye on the royal table. Liam locks eyes with you for a moment, inclining his head in a subtle notion before he turns to whisper something to Constantine. A moment later, they both rise from their seats and head down a narrow hallway. I need you all to hold down the fort. I'm going to follow Liam and get King Father. Why? Maxwell can explain. Just stay here and act like everything's normal.
You've got it. Mindy, we'll head off anybody who tries to follow you.
Be careful, Riley.
Constantine suddenly pulls out an AR-15.
I mean, what? Making your way across the room is inconspicuously...
I can't have the truth getting out, Riley.
As you can, you find Liam and Constantine standing in the hallway.
So, what was this urgent matter you needed to tell me about, Liam? Urgent enough to interrupt our meal?
The matter is this. Liam catches your eye and waves you over.
Lady Riley, what are you doing here?
I'm here to give you a chance to apologize. He breaks off, coughing. Liam takes a half step towards him, but Constantine clears his throat, holding up a hand.
I owe you no apology, Riley, that I'm aware of.
Oh, really?
Liam, what is the...
Another coughing fit takes him. Constantine collapses against a nearby wall, clutching his chest as his face goes pale. Mother of... Well, I was right about him being sick.
Father? I can't breathe.
I'll go get help. Constantine! Before you can move, the Queen Mother rushes down the hallway with a group of guards. Get him to the hospital at once! She rounds on you as the guards carry Constantine, still gasping for air, towards the side door.
You're not to say a word to anyone, Lady Riley. Do you understand?
I was right. It took a whole buck.
What's wrong with him? That's none of your...
There is no time to explain. She's coming with us. You find yourself in a private waiting room with Liam as the nurse leads Regina away. After what feels like hours, yet like no time at all, a doctor steps in to whisper to Liam. My father is stable for now. The staff will let us see him.
Liam, are you sure you want to do this right now?
If not now, I don't know when we'll have another chance.
You follow Liam into a small hospital room. Constantine is lying on a bed inside, but he turns towards the door as Liam enters.
Liam, you didn't have to come in.
But I did, Father. I'm sorry.
You step inside after him.
Lady Riley, you shouldn't be here.
Yes, she should.
Your Majesty, I came because I had to know the truth.
I suppose there's no point in hiding the obvious. The truth is, I'm dying.
What?
I have an extremely aggressive form of lung cancer. Assuming my condition doesn't worsen, I've scheduled for surgery in several weeks. It'll buy me a few months, but my days will still be numbered. So there you are, Lady Riley. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
Your Majesty, that's not what I came for, and you know it. I need to know why you framed me. I know about Bastine, Penelope, Tarek, the photos, all of it, but what I don't understand is why.
She needs answers, Father.
Very well. After my diagnosis, once my health began to decline, I knew I would be unable to rule much longer.
Was this why you abdicated last social season?
Yes. I only told my children and wife the real reason, though my illness came as a shock to them, too. I was hoping not to place this burden upon you so, Liam. These are difficult times for Cordonia, and we've always had our share of enemies, but throughout my reign I've seen them grow bolder and bolder.
What kind of enemies?
If they were easy to name, it would be simpler matter to deal with them. Suffice it to say, there are those who envy Cordonia's prosperity, and they aren't afraid to use violence to undermine us.
It sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Liam's mother was poisoned by one. Such groups of enemies, and even a death wasn't enough for them. There have been more attempts on my family's lives since. Once I realized I could not be there to help Liam face such threats, I had to secure Cordonia's future.
By having a photographer invade my privacy? By letting the press tell lies about me? Why?
It was obvious how Liam felt about you. Given the choice, I knew he would ask you to be his queen. But given your behavior and your unconventional background, I could not allow someone so unprepared to stand beside Liam at the helm of our kingdom. Madeline was once betrothed to Liam's elder brother. She's spent years preparing to be queen.
I could have learned the same thing she had.
Perhaps, but inexperience can be seen as weakness. And weakness, even in appearance, especially in appearance, is fatal. I've lost so much to our kingdom's enemies, and when I am gone, there will be no one left to protect my son from those same enemies. One wrong step and Liam could lose his kingdom, or even his life. Madeline was my best hope of keeping him and Cordonia safe. So I took steps to ensure that he would choose her instead of you.
I assume you forced Olivia to drop out of the running too.
Yes, she's far too rash to ever sit upon the throne, especially in light of her family's history.
I... This one's tough. I understand, and this is what I talked about in several recaps. I understand the reasons. But he has put his son and us through hell. Especially being a man who is you sit there and you see a woman you love and you can't be with her. It's I'll go with understand your reasons.
Aye, you're more gracious than I would be in your position, Lady Riley.
That doesn't mean I forgive you, and it doesn't change what you did to Liam and me. But I know you were acting out of concern for Liam, however misguided it was.
Misguided indeed.
You see his fists clench at his sides as he faces Constantine.
I didn't want to believe that you of all people would ever do this to us.
Liam, please. I know that I've hurt you, but this is the price of wearing the crown.
No bullshit.
I couldn't afford to put your happiness or Riley's above our people's future. You will have to make your own sacrifice of your sooner or later.
Liam squares his shoulders and holds up a hand, cutting Constantine off. No! You act as though you didn't make a choice, or have a choice, but you made a decision about what you were willing to do, what kind of king, what kind of father you wanted to be. Here is mine. I love Lady Riley, father, and I'm not going to deny that. If you hadn't interfered, I would have proposed to her the night I was crowned. I may not have been able to stop you from hurting her, but I can still make this right. As the King of Cordonia, I'm placing Lady Riley under my protection and will keep her safe. I will help her right the wrongs that have been done to her. And I am commanding you as your monarch to help us in any way you can. Constantine stares at Liam. Seconds pass and still Liam meets his gaze, unflinching.
Aye. Very well. I only hope that my fears are proven wrong.
Thank you. He bows his head stiffly.
For what it's worth, I am sorry. Unfortunately, I cannot come forward to clear your name myself.
Why not?
Admitting my involvement would shake the Cordonian people's faith in their rulers, past and present.
He has a point, Riley.
To set things right, you must find Tarek. Even I don't know his whereabouts.
Son of a... It's ringing around the rosy.
I encourage him to leave Cordonia in light of his disgrace, but I've had no since contact with him. I promise after tonight I will help Liam enlist the services of the King's Guard. For now, though, I must try to buy myself a little more time on this earth.
He nods towards the doctor with a clipboard who is waiting in the doorway. Good luck.
Thank you.
Later that night, you step into your hotel. You find your friends and Olivia waiting in one of the lounge areas. What are you guys all doing up? First, you and Liam disappeared at dinner, then the Queen Mother ran off, and we didn't know what happened. We were worried about you. Speak for yourselves. I'm just here to see you just accomplished anything useful. Did you talk to Constantine? Yes, once the doctors at the hospital stabilized him. What? You fill them in on Constantine's collapse, his hidden illness, and his confession. How dare he! If it weren't for him, I could have... I guess it doesn't matter now, he's dying. Liam must be heartbroken.
That's a lot to take in, Venti.
Yeah, and at least you finally know why Constantine did this to you. To both of us. Honestly, it felt good to confront him. I kind of feel sorry for him. I'll never forgive him for what he did. Okay, we're back to one of these. If you guys paid attention to my Facebook or Twitter lately, I'm gonna say this. As a victim of anything, even if you lose, say, a court trial or anything, and I learned this from actually someone very close to me who actually did fight through the whole hoops and everything. And a therapist even said, it is a victory in and of itself to confront the predator or the person that did something to you. So I'm going to go with it. It felt good to confront. I finally made him face what he did to me.
It's about time he be dealt with the consequences.
Now we have to find Tarek, and since Constantine said he'd back off for the first time, I don't have to be afraid anymore. Well, since we're not going to find him tonight, when we're all up late, we might as well make the most of Riley's new freedom.
And what exactly does that mean?
I want to take you all to the market. Some of the best food in the city is sold at these little outdoor markets, and my favorite one isn't far from here.
I wouldn't turn down more food.
My stomach agrees with Drake. Besides, when's the next time we're going to be in Shanghai? We gotta make the most of it. If you're all heading off to do whatever it is, I can finally get some sleep. You're invited to, Olivia.
She is?
We couldn't have unraveled this mystery without her. Olivia, you're a part of the team. Like it or not. I think it's clear that I do not. Still, I am a bit hungry, and I suppose we could head in the same direction at the same time at the same place. What do you say, Riley? After the day you've had, you deserve a treat. A chance to hang out with your favorite people in the world. Anna leans in closer to you, whisper. What do you think, Riley? This could be a good chance to mend things with Maxwell and Drake. That's pretty. I like the background. I'm sorry, but after everything that happened tonight, I could really use some downtime. I understand. You must be exhausted. You certainly look it. Bite me. Drake glares at Olivia.
Get some rest, Venti. We'll see you tomorrow.
Maxwell and Hannah hug you before heading out of the lobby. Drake awkwardly pats you on the shoulder, and Olivia merely nods. After the events of today, you have no trouble falling asleep once you reach your room. The next morning, you wake up to a knock at your door. Why do you people wake me up? Oh, Maxwell, give me a break. You open the door. Yes, it's you! Maxwell, God damn it.
Hello, Lady Riley. May I come in?
Prince, it's awfully early. You can make it up to me, though. This is a nice surprise. I'm glad. You bow, smiling slightly, and steps inside. You close the door behind you. So, what are you doing here? Is your dad okay? Before you can reply, there's another sharper knock at your door. That's probably Maxwell. Give me a second. You open the door again and see... Son of a... What are you here to assassinate us? Or me?
Good morning, Lady Riley.
Bastine. Liam steps in between you and him.
What do you want?
What are Bastine's intentions? And find out in the next chapter. I guess we'll find out what Bastine wants. To be continued. So, here's a little thought. Because we might be able to do a recap this week. Chapters released an update yesterday and literally broke the app for like a large portion of the community. So I don't know when we'll get chapters up and running again. Because I was doing some chapters last night, and then it's like, hey, by the way, there's an update. Oh, I should update. Maybe there's some new books, and maybe they're updating. No, no, no. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed playing. The app is dirt. So there's a bunch of reviews on the Google page. There's a bunch of posts on their Facebook page, everything, about how that's down. So let me put it this way. I don't want to go into too much detail, but in chapters, there was a interesting story such as this that has actually come to full fruition. They're way ahead of Royal Romance. Um, that one of the bodyguards, one of the most trusted bodyguards, his name was Ronaldo. He actually was plotting against for like 30 years or something against the royal family, to bring them down. And they were floored when he started attacking and killing members of the royal family to the point where literally there was only like a 9-year-old girl that escaped out a window, and she was the future princess of the kingdom. So this I kind of feel like Bastien. Um, there is a possibility he might be in the fold of something bigger. Like Constantine said, there's enemies all around, and they literally poisoned his wife. Well, who else, um, would have had access to his wife? Was Bastien is Bastien old enough? Is there a chance he was the bodyguard at the time? That it was the most trusted one? Or was he a bodyguard that became trusted of Constantine and was put into place? Who knows? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Or was it someone else, like the girl in the kitchen, or I don't know. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Let me know in the comment section below what you might think. Also, if you go down to the description down below, I have a surprise for all of you. We have a Discord server now. If you know what Discord is, cool. If you don't, it's basically an app where you can hang out, you can share pictures, you can share links, chat, you can voice chat even. It's a pretty much all-in-one app that is fantastic, actually. And you've got yours truly there as well. You can check that out. Also, social media links are down there as well. And if you want to support my content at all, there's a few links for that. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.